I was 28, the youngest regional director this company had ever seen. 97 days later, I was a guy answering the lobby phone and buzzing people in. They announced it in the all-hands meeting like it was a promotion. And every single morning for 3 straight months, Victoria Langley, the woman who orchestrated the whole thing, walked past my desk, coffee in hand, and said, "Keep smiling, Hudson. Image is everything." She thought she destroyed me. She didn't realize she just handed me the loaded gun pointed straight at her head. My name is Hudson Reed, and 6 months ago I was the golden boy of Vanguard Global Logistics. I closed the Orion Group deal single-handedly for a $180 million defense contract. 2 years of everyone else's blood, sweat, and failed pitches. I flew to D.C. by myself, sat across from generals who'd seen combat in 3 wars, rewrote the compliance section at 2 a.m. in a Marriott Business Center, and shook hands on it over Eggs Benedict. When I came back with a signed LOI, the CEO gave me a standing ovation in front of the entire firm. 2 weeks later, I was regional director for strategic accounts, youngest in company history. Victoria Langley hated my guts from that day forward. She was 44, connected, and had been waiting for that exact chair for half a decade. When they gave it to me instead, she smiled like a shark. 8 weeks later, the board created a new COO role just for her. Everyone knew it was payback with teeth. The demotion came on a freezing Monday morning. 180 people packed into the open floor for the weekly all-hands. CEO was running late, so Victoria grabbed the clicker. Slide comes up, organizational optimization. My name slides into the box marked Reception and Visitor Experience Lead. You could have heard a pin drop. Victoria's voice dripped sugar. Hudson's exceptional people skills will now be the very first thing our client experience when they walk through our doors. A couple of the old guard actually chuckled. I just nodded like I'd been told I was getting a corner office. By lunch, my office was boxed up. By 3 p.m., I was learning how to work a 20-year-old switchboard while the interns showed me where the coffee filters were kept. Victoria glided past at 5 sharp, cashmere coat over her arm, and dropped a line she would repeat every day for the next 3 months. "Keep smiling, Hudson. Image is everything." I smiled back. Every damn time. What nobody remembered, except me and one retired 1-star general, was a landmine I buried in the Orion contract. A quiet little clause that said if certain relationship benchmarks weren't met in the final 120 days, the client could walk with 0 penalty. I wrote it that way on purpose. Insurance. Only General Marjorie Keene. And I knew it existed. Victoria spent those 120 days ignoring Orion completely, too busy posting LinkedIn thought leadership from 5-star resorts. Emails went unread, compliance packages unsigned. Courtesy calls straight to voicemail. She thought a contract that size renewed itself because people like her believe gravity works in their favor. I watched every missed deadline from the reception desk. They never revoked my system access, too busy celebrating my humiliation. I saw it all. I did nothing. Day 97. Thursday, 10:58 a.m. Lobby phone rings. Block number. Hudson Reed. Speaking. General Marjorie Keene, Orion Group. We've been trying to reach your COO for 71 days. Renewal window closes today at noon Eastern. No confirmed intent to cure? We're gone. Clock shows exactly 58 minutes left on a $500 million deal. Ms. Langley's in back-to-backs all day. I said, polite as ever. Can I take a message? Long pause. Then, Hudson, are you really on the front desk now? Afraid so, ma'am. I'll call back in 30. If no one with signing authority answers, we terminate. Click. I didn't transfer the call. I didn't ping her on Slack. I didn't even stand up. 11:59 a.m. Victoria strolls by, AirPods in, laughing at TikTok or whatever queens do on company time. Keep smiling, Hudson. Image is everything. 12 p.m. The contract dies quietly. The explosion was beautiful. Stock dropped 19% in an hour. Board emergency session. CEO screaming loud enough to rattle the glass. Victoria ran out of the conference room once, face smeared with mascara, yelling, Who the hell dropped this ball? 4:47 p.m. Intercom. Hudson, executive conference room. Now. I took the scenic route, past Victoria's office. She was shoving framed photos into a designer tote, while security hovered. She saw me and froze. I just nodded, you guessed it, smiled. Inside the conference room, CEO, CFO, general counsel, board chair on speaker. They didn't yell. They begged. General Keene had already sent the termination email with a PS. We remain open discussions with Mr. Hudson Reed, whose prior performance was exemplary. They slid the new contract across the table. Executive Vice President, Global Accounts, Victoria's old office, 60% raise, full signing authority, the works. I signed without reading it twice. 2 hours later, Victoria was escorted out, cardboard box in her arms. She waited by the elevators. You sat there and let $500 million burn just to spite me, she hissed. I stepped into the elevator, hit the button for the top floor, and looked her dead in the eye. No, Victoria. You did this the day you decided a 28-year-old kid didn't deserve what he earned. I simply stopped saving you from yourself. Doors closed. Next Monday, I walked in as EVP. Reception desk sat empty. Job posting went live that morning. I paused, flicked my new business card against my palm, and said to the empty lobby, keep smiling. Image is everything. And that's how a receptionist ended a queen. Ready for 45 to 50 minutes of deep voice narration, dramatic pauses, and revenge ASMR. Let me know if you want male version or female version. I've got both locked and loaded.